have learned a lot. And I'm like, well, that's what it's about, right? You
Yeah.
now, like, you have thicker skin, you got a little bit better of a taste for like where your mental headspace needs to be when you're dealing with difficult situations like that.
That was such a good play.
Yeah.
I had a flashback of when I was in my early 20s and I worked at this bike shop. And this woman was, I've never been beaten up so hard over a negotiation.
Yeah.
Like it was just brutal. And I remember walking back to the office and talking to the manager, Kenny, and I was like, hey man, you got to come save me. And he's like, nope, you're on your own. Here's your parameters, figure it
Mm-hmm.
out.
Yeah.
And I hated him for that, but
Yeah, totally.
but I learned, like I learned the most of
Mm-hmm.
changing your vocabulary, how you're
Yes.
packaging it, like drawing a hard line in the sand, and my negotiation skills,
Yeah.
they grew exponentially from that incredibly hard experience.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you just have to be like literally at the low level of something so that you
Yeah.
can figure out, well, how am I climbing out of this and not blowing everything up
Yeah.
while it's happening too, right? So she's done really well with it,
Good.
and she also learned some stuff about also not blurring lines between the staging company slash services that we offer, and like making sure you're also not cutting yourself short on compensation on some of those services, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we in this case they weren't paying for anything, but she was over offering these concierge services, and it's like, what, you just did that to yourself. You just shot yourself in the foot by saying you would do this, that like store their stuff in your warehouse and pay to have movers come and get it and take, like all these things that were on top of what would have been customary stuff. I'm like, yeah, I hope you understand, don't ever offer that again. That's like, you offered this stuff, people will take it,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah. Say less. This is that was a lesson I've learned also in sales
Yeah,
is
yeah.
and also stop selling. Like
Yes,
once the deal's closed, stop selling. Stop giving
yes.
stuff away.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I mean it was good, but it was like we're already concierge. I don't think you need to like step it up and like give it another
Yeah.
whole level. I mean,
Yeah.
what the services we offer are already awesome. So it's like, oh God. So she got it, but it's just one of those deals where again, and I said to her because she said, "Well, I've learned so much. This is, thank you. This has been so great." And I'm like, honestly, Sandra, we all continue to learn. It doesn't matter.